Now, you were talking about the love you've gotten from Steeler fans. Whenever we drafted you, we basically locked you in as the starting punter for this year. Can you take me through the competition you have with Jordan Berry throughout this whole offseason? So you come out Hall of Fame game, just dropping dimes left and right. And we're like, okay, yeah, the competition's completely over. But Jordan Berry bounces back the next game. And as we could see, you won the job. He's a pretty good punter in his own right. He got picked up by the Vikings. Can you take me through that competition with Jordan Berry this offseason and your reaction to ultimately winning the job?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, the biggest thing was I knew coming into it that I wasn't going to be given anything. And just being able to be drafted just means that you were drafted. That doesn't give you any entitlement or anything like that. And coming into it, I personally didn't know Barry beforehand, but I know some veterans in this league, they can have a different type of opinion on how they want to, be around another rookie that's supposed to be trying to compete for the same job. Mm-hmm. But when I tell you, Jordan Berry is one of the best mentors any specialist could have ever had. Jordan took me kind of under his wings and showed me the rope and was selfless when I first got up here to, kind of show me the ins and outs of this thing. And at the same time, we're competing for the same spot. And there's only one spot on the active roster. But, man, when I tell you this entire time that I was up here when he was here too, I didn't even think of a competition in the standpoint of I just got to go out there and I just got to beat him every day. It was more so of a stance of how can I make myself better and how can he make himself better and how can both of us put that together to just make each other better every single day. And because that we did that over the training camp as well as the preseason games, both of us came out victorious in my honest opinion because he's now with another team and he was able to put out good film out there to be able to continue his journey down on his career. And I was able to, get a good foundation for mine too. And I'm just definitely appreciative of that because I know a couple of stories of a couple of other veterans that would not have done that for a rookie at all. And I still got mad love and mad respect for Barry to this day.
Nah, man, you're 100% right. From personal experience, there's plenty of veterans out there that will not lend a helping hand to a young guy competing for their spot. And Barry was my guy. We shared that locker room, man. But I'm happy as heck to see you out there doing your thing, man. But what I want to know, man, you talked about a little bit with the first answer, right? With some of the fanfare that you've received. I mean, you've been a big deal as a specialist going back to your collegiate days. But has it ever felt overwhelming to you? And if so, how do you handle that? How do you compartmentalize to keep yourself focused on what you need to be focused on?
Yeah, I mean, everything you find a little bit of frustration in, and, having all of the accolades and stuff behind me, it does get a little bit frustrating because, people only see the accolades and stuff. They don't see the work that you put in behind the scenes. And the thing that I kept hearing ever since I was drafted was, you got the spot. Like, you're our punter and, you're going to be here for 20 years. Like, that all sounds good, but I haven't proven anything on this level yet. Because you know, too, like, accolades don't mean anything unless you continue to make more of them. Mm-hmm. And you just continue your journey on making that work. Because, I'm a really, really humble guy, and that's just how I was raised. And all of the accolades and stuff, like, that's good and all, but that's not what I want to be remembered by. I want people to remember about the hard work that I put in on the practice field, all of the hours and the commitment that I had for my teammates to try to make them better at the same time. And just things like that. And the accolades will come. But the accolades are only accolades unless you work hard. And that's the thing that was, kind of frustrating for me was, I got family and friends back home that are just saying, when are you going to get a place up here? And just worrying about all these other things. I'm like, nah, man, like, my head needs to be visioning on the fact of every single day I'm up here and I'm walking in that building. How can I get better? And that's exactly what I did, man. And that's all I still think about because, making the team week one isn't anything. You got to make it through a season now. Mm-hmm. And, specialists come in and out of doors all day, every single day for just about every organization. And if I can just continue to make myself 1% better every day, that's my motto. That's what I got from Georgia Tech, just get better every single day. If I can make myself 1% better every single day, I can be here for a while. And that's just my goal is just working hard and working harder than I have to work in the game because that's really how we practice now because if you practice harder than the game's going to be like a breeze for you. Mm. And that's exactly what it's been. Like we get put in situations in practice and by the time I get to the game, I'm not out there nervous. I'm not overthinking anything. I know what I got to do. I know how to do it, and I can just do it with the swiftness.